user experience design is a great kind of meshing of some aspects of science and experimentation, some art, and then, design principles. As a designer, it's hard. Like, you're often trying to kind of rely on your own experiential knowledge, but that's where the science part of it comes in. Science is all about kind of narrowing down on a hypothesis. That's what my talk is about. So I find that the science aspect helps me with user testing concepts.
When we're doing our design solutions, there are artistic inspirations that we take and that we draw from to create things that are going to really resonate with people. And when you think about art, it could be verbal art, it could be visual art, it could be, music. There's a number of different facets of art that we pull into our projects.
When I first started out, I thought that UX was all about the UI, so I was very interested in designing the interface. But as I grew in my career, I realized that it's more about this holistic journey. So there's business kind of things that you need to pay attention to. Is your product going to be able to sell? How does the customer find out about your product or service? How do they purchase it? All of those can be just as important as the product itself. And I've become more aware of that.
I think there's a lot of creativity needed when you're trying to think of how to design interactions between people or interactions between people and digital experiences. And so I don't think it's all about the technical. I think it's also understanding the human behavior, but then also connecting with creativity and coming up with interesting experiences.
I think that as long as an organization is thinking about people and really putting effort into understanding why they're doing what they're doing and who their customers really are and what they really want, then you can use whatever framework you think is the most appropriate for solving that problem. And it's less about the framework and it's more about the fundamental shift around, we don't know the best. Our customers know the best. What they say they want or they need, it's our responsibility to interpret that and really create a solution that's going to be great for them. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are buying our products, using our services, and so us imposing something on them is an unfair way for us to do business.
Designing to ship is really a sort of a mentality around using the processes of agile and lean UX to reduce the amount of waste and artifacts that otherwise don't really get used, and being able to do whatever it takes as a designer within the confines of what you know how to do to move the product forward. So if that means go from designing something in a design tool to prototyping it in HTML to interacting with developers and their dev teams, learning some CSS, getting your hands dirty into user interviews and data analytics, it's all within the wheelhouse of shipping a product that I feel more designers should need to feel responsibility for.
At Autodesk, we're really big on doing things with machine learning and AI, and in my work in particular, we're trying to use machine learning to automate kind of these mundane tasks. So setting up a 3D print or using machine learning to kind of suggest better manufacturing processes. And it's more about right now augmenting human activity, so suggesting better methods. The robots haven't taken over yet, or the machines haven't taken over quite yet, but I think it's going to start playing more of a role.
I feel like a designer that doesn't experiment or play is not doing their job. It is our job to try things that are new. It is our job to think pie in the sky. It's our job to ask a series of what-if questions. What if we had a billion dollars, not a number, but if we had that much money and we could do anything we wanted, what would we do? And I find a lot of times there is a limitation on that. People don't do that, and it's important to ask those questions.
The stuff that we do is complex. It involves human beings, and you can't always control what people say or do. And so the only thing we can do is do the best that we can do, and then make sure that we're always learning, understanding, iterating, and making improvements on a continuous basis.